Well, we just got back from our cruise. We're kind of looking things over. Everything went well. Yeah, we got to put our Detroit diesel powered decal on it. Now that we're got the Detroit blower on it, it's pretty funny. Something that goes some of them car cruising. Some people get that, some people don't. I have to explain it all to them. That's okay. It's part of it. Yeah, everything went pretty well, with the exception the car. I noticed when I got it out on the highway, it wouldn't shift into third gear. And I forgot. Remember, this is 1974. We had a maze of vacuum lines. I had plugged a port there. I forgot to hook my transmission servo line back up, so I'm hoping that'll surely take care of it. Electric fan, okay. I've got my fan. I got a manual switch in the cabin with me right now, and I just kind of keep an eye on my gauge. If you're sitting in town very long, I'll just kick it on. I had a spare Ford relay, just starter relay. That's my fan relay there. And we attempted to use, I had to tee into my heater hose here, and I've got a switch out of a Ford 93 Ford Escort, the fan switch, and I could get the fan to kick on, but it would kick on kind of late. I mean, the engine was starting to get a little hotter than I like. It's probably going like 210, and I'd like to see it kick on about 180. But that's probably about normal. These newer motors, that's where they run everything. 210, 215, somewhere in there. Yeah, I had to go into that heater hose because due to our wonderful Speedmaster intake, we had a port over here, but I had to take that out. I was modifying out for that distributor mount. Yeah, that carburetor linkage, I'm really happy with it. And I just do everything simple. I just drill holes. There's no adjustment in this at all. I mean, worst case scenario, I could put little slots in this bracket, but we hit it pretty close, and I leave everything a little loose. I like carburetor linkages loose and sloppy. If that makes any sense. They work free, a lot less chance of binding. A little bit of slop don't hurt nothing. And on that blower belt, the engine's it's like 180. Yeah, it's still pretty warm now. And that blower belt tension, I actually got it set about right. Maybe 3/8 of play. It's just now starting to get snug, but it's not bull tight. You don't want them real tight. That's about perfect when the engine's hot. 1/4, 3/8 play in it. For me, that's the way I like it. And then when that engine cools back off, this will have like 1.5 inches of slop in it. Yeah, I know I wouldn't think it'd make that much difference, but the only thing I can tell is everything gets taller. You know, from the crankshaft up to the blower shaft. I don't have a micrometer that big, but I'll bet that thing would grow 20 thousandths of an inch, maybe 25, I don't know. And that makes a big difference on that belt tension. You know, if you've got that belt a little too tight when it's cold and it raises up 20 thousandths, it's gonna get tighter. So that's where I like them, when they're nice and warm. Seems to work pretty good. And the other thing, you can go the other way. The other evening when I first started it, I had the belt too loose. I had maybe 2 inches of slop in here in the beginning. Maybe 2.5 when it was cold. And the belt works fine, You know, it wasn't acting like it's going to flop off or slip. The belt still works fine, but you'll get a funky rotor noise and gear noise out of your blower. You know, kind of conk, 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 you know, just a funky, because that belt's flopping back and forth, and I noticed that, and I tightened the belt up a little bit, and the noise went away. Yeah, I kind of had to figure that belt tension out on my own. I'd have to read through Blower Drive's website. They got so much good information there. They might touch on it there. They probably do. Probably just missed it. I was building that Galaxy a couple years ago. Yep, so far so good. Me and the boy, we had a good time. Got some pizza and cruise town. We may take her out again tomorrow. Well, folks, we'll catch you later.